Good morning, children. Happy to see you all once again through this online class. We are discussing about conversion of solid from one shape to another. Exercise 13.3. We have already completed 4 sums. We will do the remaining sums today in this class. I request all of you to take page number 251. Page number 251. Sixth sum we are going to do now. Okay. Page number 251. Exercise 13.3. Sixth sum, let me read the question. How many silver coins? 1.75 centimeter in diameter and of thickness 2 millimeter must be melted to form a cuboid of dimensions 5.5 centimeter into 10 centimeter into 3.5 centimeter. Here you see a number of silver coin, not just one silver coin, a number of silver coin is melted to form a cuboid shape. Okay, so silver coin, so consider one normal coin. So three dimensionally, what shape it is? When you see three dimensionally, you will call it as a cylinder. Why? Because in two dimensional it may be called as a circle, but it has some thickness also. When a circle has some thickness, it will become a cylinder. Understood or not? So this is the thickness. So it is given the diameter is 1.75 centimeter and the thickness is 2 millimeter. So you have to understand one thing. One parameter, diameter is given in centimeter, but thickness is given in millimeter. So you have to convert the millimeter into centimeter. Understood? So please make a look at this. And in a cylinder, thickness is nothing but the height. The thickness of the coin is nothing but the height of the cylinder. So given data, so coin means the shape is cylinder. What is the parameter given? Diameter is equal to 1.75 centimeter. Whenever diameter is given, immediately find the radius. Therefore, radius is equal to diameter by 2, that is equal to 1.75 divided by 2. So you can keep it as 1.7 by 2 or you can multiply. So 2 digit after the digit 2 points are there. So after the point 2 digits are there. So multiply by 100, it will become 175. Here also you multiply by 100, 200. You can keep like this or you can convert. Okay, as your wish. Understood or not? So if you do like this and you cut with the 25th table or 5th table, you will get finally 7 by 8. You can keep it as 1.7 by 2 or you can keep it as 7 by 8. What is the unit? The unit is centimeter. Okay. Then thickness is given. Thickness I already told you. Thickness is nothing but the height. Height is equal to 2 millimeter. If you convert millimeter into centimeter, that is equal to 2 divided by 10 centimeter. Okay. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. So 1 millimeter equal to 1 by 10 centimeter. So that is equal to, so you can keep it as 2 by 10 or you can keep it as 0.2 centimeter. Understood or not? Okay. So now this is converted into a cuboid. Okay. So cuboid dimension is given as 5.5 centimeter into 10 centimeter into 3.5 centimeter. That means this is the length, this is the breadth and this is the height. This is the given data. Okay. Listen children, in the question it is given how many coins are melted to form the cuboid, which means there are more than one coin, that is there are n number of coins. See, n number of coins are melted to form a cuboid shape. So which means you can write like this, coin shape, coin is a cylindrical shape. So n number of coin means, so you can write like this, n into volume of cylinder. Why I am writing like this means n number of coins. So n into volume of coin, a single coin, or n number of coins will give the volume of the cuboid. Okay. So because we are melting n number of coins, we don't know the number, so we are taking it as n. Understood how this n comes? This n we don't know. That is only we are going to find. So we are keeping it as a variable n. Understood? N number of coins. Clear? So volume of coin is nothing but volume of the cylinder. So n into volume of cylinder is equal to volume of the cuboid. Volume of the cuboid. Okay. Clear? Now, so yeah, that gives n into, what is the volume of cylinder formula? What is the volume of cylinder? Are you following? Okay. Divya, you tell what is the volume of cylinder? Yes, it is pi r square h. So n into pi r square h is equal to, what is the volume of cuboid? Volume of cuboid is L into V into H. So here in the question itself the volume is directly given, L into V into H. So you can use this directly. Therefore you will get n into, okay, pi value is not given, so you can substitute the pi value. Pi value is 22 by 7. Okay. So you know pi value is 22 by 7. Then R value, it is actually 1.75 divided by 2. So I have simplified it as 7 by 8. So I am going to use 7 by 8. You can use 1.75 by 2 or 175 by 200, or simply you can simplify it as 7 by 8. Anything you can use. I am going to use 7 by 8. So 7 by 8 the whole square into, what is the H value? H is the thickness. Okay, thickness is 2 millimeter, that is equal to 0.2 centimeter, or you can use it as 2 by 10 centimeter. Okay, so into 2 by 10, that is equal to, length into breadth into height is directly given, that is 5.5 into 10 into 3.5 centimeter. Okay, so 5.5 into 10 into 3.5. Okay, so now if you simplify this, you will get the answer. What answer you will get? The n value. How many number of coins? Okay, shall we simplify it? So you will get n into 22 by 7 into 7 by 8 whole square. So you are writing 7 by 8 into 7 by 8 into 2 by 10 is equal to 5.5 into 10. 5.5 into 10 is 55. 55 into 3.5. Clear? Okay. So we can cut this 7 we can cancel. Then this 11. 22 divided by 2 is 11. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Okay. Then 1 2 is 2. 2 2s are 4. Understood? Okay. So what else we get? We get n into 11 into 7 divided by 2 into 8 into 10 is equal to 55 into 3.5. Okay, are you all following me? Okay, so now you want to find this n. So let us take all the other terms there. So n is equal to 55 into 3.5. So here these two terms are in multiplication, so it will go there as division, and the denominator terms will go in the numerator. So into 2 into 8 into 10. Okay, so if you simplify it, you will get the answer. Let us simplify this now. So n is equal to 55 into 3.5 into 2 into 8 into 10 divided by 11 into 7. Okay, so 11 55. 11th table we can directly cut. 1 11 is 11, 5 11s are 55. Okay, then anything else we can cut. 7 3.5 you can directly cut. 1 7 is 7, 3.5, 3 is not divisible by 7, so put 0. Now 3 5 35, 7 5s are 35, so 0.5. So that's all. So you will get n is equal to 5 into 0.5 into 2 into 8 into 10. Okay. So 5 into 0.5 is 2.5. 2.5 into 2 into 8 into 10 is 80. Understood? Are you all following? Okay. So what's the answer? 2.5 into 2 is 5. 2.2 into 2 is 5. 5 into 80. 5 into 80 is equal to 400. So this is number, so no unit. Okay. So n is equal to 400, which means there are totally 400 silver coins melted to form this cuboid. Okay. So actually in this sum, certain number of coins, you have to find how many coins. Certain number of silver coins are melted to form a cuboid shape. So we took the formula n into coin shape is cylinder. So n into volume of cylinder equal to volume of the cuboid. Then we apply the values and we found the value of n. Is it clear? Okay, this is how you have to do the sixth sum. This is one of the important sum. Okay, so now let's move on to the next sum. The next sum, seventh sum, page number 252. Allow me take page number 252, seventh sum. Okay, so the seventh sum tells like this. Let me read it out. The seventh sum, a cylindrical bucket 32 centimeter high and with radius of base 18 centimeter is filled with sand. Cylindrical bucket. So cylinder's height and radius is given. The bucket is emptied on the ground and a conical heap of sand is found. So when you take a bucket of sand and you empty it in the air, what will happen? Automatically when you empty it will form a conical heap like structure. Yes or no? If you empty the sand, automatically cone shaped structure is formed. Well, that is what happened here. So a conical heap of sand is formed. If the height of the conical heap is 24 centimeter, find the radius and the slant height. It's very simple. So cylinder is converted into cone. Cone's radius is given. Cone's height is given. Cone's radius and slant height is asked. Okay. So first let us write the given data. So first is cylindrical bucket. So cylinder, what else is given? Cylinder height is equal to 32 centimeter. Then radius is equal to 18 centimeter. Clear? Then conical heap. So cone, what is given? Cone height is equal to 24 centimeter. You know, in cone there are two height. One is a normal perpendicular height, another one is the slant height, L. Okay, that also you have to find. So what to find? To find cone's radius R and slant height L. That is what you have to find. Okay. So let us write the formula. See, the volume, the cylinder is converted into cone, or in other words, the sand which is contained, which is present in the cylinder is converted into conical shape. So we can write both have the same volume. So volume of cylinder is equal to volume of cone. So we can write from the question, we can write that volume of bucket. Now the bucket is in the shape of the cylinder. So volume of cylinder means bucket, is equal to volume of cone. Okay. So cone means that conical heap. That is the heap of sand. Okay. So heap of sand. Understood or not? Okay. So we will write the formula. So you know volume of cylinder formula is pi r square h. That is equal to, then the volume of cone is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Okay. So here you see, this is cylinder's radius, this is cone's radius. This is cylinder's height, cone's height. So we have to differentiate it. So cylinder's height we will take h1 r1 and cone's height we will take at h2, because we need to differentiate. We can't say that both will be same, because you see this height is 32 but this height is 24. Okay. So this is cylinder's height I am taking as r1 h1, Cone's height I am taking it as h2 and r. Okay. So now we will apply the values and you will get the what we want. We want the radius, cone's radius r2 and n2. First we will find the r2. Then using suitable formula we will find the n2. Okay. Here you see both have pi s common. So we can cancel this pi. Then you will get r1 square h1 is equal to r1 square h1 is equal to 1 by 3 r2 square h2. Okay, so let us apply the values. So r1 is 18. So 18 square into h1. H1 is, what is h1? Praveer, h1 is 32. Okay, so I hope you are following me. Are you all following me? Yeah. So this is 1 by 3, right? 1 by 3 into r2. We don't know, r2 only we have to find. So keep the r2 as r2 only. r2 square into, what is h2? Height of the cone. h2 height of the cone is 24. Okay, so 24. Now 18 square is 18 into 32 is equal to r2 square into this 24 divided by 3. We can cancel it. 1 3 is 3, 8 3s are 24. Yes or no? So 24 into 8. We want this r2, so keep the r2 there and bring the 8 here. So 18 gives 18 into 32 divided by 8 is equal to r2 square. Okay, so we can cancel this 18 and 32. 1 8 is 8. How many 8s are 32? Yeah. Taufik, how many 8s? 4 8s are 32. So we will have 18 into 4 is equal to r2 square. Okay, so we can write like this. Therefore, r2 square is equal to, this is square now. This is already 18 into 18, very easy. 18 into 18. This 4 you can write as 2 into 2. So this 18 one side and this 2 one side. This is square. So if you want r2, this square when go that side it will become square root. So r2 square, if you want r2, this square goes that side, it will become square root of 18 into 18 into 2 into 2. So here 2 18s in multiplication and 2 2s in multiplication. So very easy. R2 is equal to, instead of 2 18 I will take 1 18 outside, and instead of 2 2 we are taking 1 2 outside. Clear? So 18 into 2, that is equal to 18 2s are 36. Okay, so 36, the unit used in this sum is centimeter. Okay, so 36 centimeter. Clear? Okay, therefore radius of cone is equal to 36 centimeter. So one part is over. Next we have to find the L2, that is slant height. Okay, so we need to find the slant height also. So slant height, how will you find? Slant height has one formula. Slant height L2 is equal to, the slant height formula is r square root of r square plus h square. Okay, you see in a cone, this is height, this is radius, this is slant height. So according to the Pythagoras theorem, this hypotenuse square is equal to adjacent square plus opposite square. Based on that formula, slant height is equal to r square plus h square. So cone you take 2 2 now, so I am writing as 2 2. Clear? So now that is equal to root of r2. What is r2? Radius is 36. So 36 square plus h height. What is the height? Height of the cone is 24. Okay, so 24 square. That's all. Okay, so 36 square plus 24 square. Okay, so we need to simplify this. 36 square, 36, 36, 6 6 are 36, 3, 216, 6 3 are 18, 108, so 1296. 36 square is 1296 and 24 square is 576. I know the answer, so I am writing it directly. Okay, so now if you add this, what will come? 2, 7, 8, 1872. Root of 1872. So how will you find the root of 1872? So one easy method is you can take like this. So 1872. Okay. So this is divisible by 4. So what will you get? 4, 6, 8. Again this is divisible by 4. So 1, 28, 7. 117 is not divisible by 4, but it is divisible by 3. 3, what will come? 3, 27, 39. Again this is divisible by 3. So what will come? 13. 13 is not divisible by anything. Okay. So you have got 4 into 4, 3 into 3, 13. So that is equal to 4 into 4 into 3 into 3 into 13. So 2 4s, 2 3s. So I am taking this to outside. 4 into 3. Inside only one 13 is there. So that is equal to 4 3s are. It's easy, isn't it? You can easily calculate the square root like this. Okay. Now 4 3s are 12. 12 root 13. That's the answer. Okay. So what's the unit? The unit is, so slant height L2 is equal to 12 root 13 centimeter. That's all. So this one is very easy. The volume of a cylinder, the sand in a cylinder, in a cylindrical bucket is converted into conical heap. So we took like this: volume of cylinder is equal to volume of cone. Then we applied the values, we got the radius of the cone. Then from that we found the slant height. So please note this formula: slant height formula is, so based on the Pythagoras theorem, L square is equal to R square plus H square. We want L, so L is equal to this square root goes, this square goes that side and it will become square root. This is the formula for slant height. L is equal to root over of R square plus H square. R is the radius, H is the height. It's easy, isn't it? Okay, so please note it down. We'll do one more. Okay. Okay, children, let's look at the ninth sum, very important sum, page number 252, exercise 13.3, ninth sum. Please look at the sum. A farmer connects a pipe of internal diameter 20 cm from a canal into a cylindrical tank in her field, which is 10 meter in diameter and 2 meter deep. Deep means height. Okay. If water flows through the pipe at the rate of 3 km per hour, in how much time will the tank be filled? This question is little different because they ask the time. Okay, so usually they may ask the radius, height or anything, but here they ask the time. So look at the question carefully. First, the farmer connects a pipe. Pipe means, what is the shape of a pipe? Pipe is a cylinder. Yes or no? Or a cylinder or simply a cylinder. So the water flows inside the pipe fully. Therefore, you consider the pipe as a cylinder. That is, the volume of the water will be equal to the volume of the pipe. That is equal to the volume of the cylinder. Okay. Because the pipe thickness is not given. So simply take the volume of the pipe equal to volume of the cylinder. Okay. Then from the pipe, where the pipe empties? From a canal into a cylindrical tank. Again a cylinder. The cylindrical pipe ends in a cylindrical tank. So two cylinders are here. Okay. So first one is pipe. Okay. So pipe is a cylinder. The pipes, what is given? The pipe's diameter is given. Diameter is equal to 20 centimeter. Then another one, tank. Okay. So cylindrical tank. Cylindrical tank is given. The tanks tank's diameter is 10 meter. Diameter is equal to 10 meter. Then deep. Deep means height. Height is equal to 2 meter. Okay. So here these two are given in meter. This is given in centimeter. So convert this centimeter into meter. So how will you convert? So 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So 1 centimeter is 1 by 100 meter. So divided by 100 meter. Okay. So 0 0 cancel. So you will get 2 by 10 meter. You can keep it as 2 by 10 or you can keep it as 0.2. It's your wish. Okay. So whenever diameter is given, find the radius. So radius is equal to diameter by 2. That is equal to, this is actually 2 by 10. So 2 by 10 divided by 2. If this is difficult for you, so actually 2 by 10 divided by 2 is 2 by 20. If this is difficult for you, so keep it as 2 by 10 is 0.2 meter. Therefore 0.2 divided by 2. 0.2 divided by 2 is 0. This 2 cancel, answer 1. So 0.1 meter. Okay. So radius of the pipe is 0.1 meter. Is it clear or not? Okay. So this is also diameter, this is also diameter, but both are different. This is 20 centimeter, this is 10. So we have to differentiate it. So pipe's diameter D1, cylinder's tank's diameter D2. Understood or not? Okay. Similarly here also height H2. Okay. So radius is R, diameter D1, radius is R1. Okay. So here we got R1 is equal to 0.1 meter. Then what about R2? So here you see D2 is 10 meter. So let me write here D2. Therefore R2 is equal to D2 divided by 2, that is 10 by 2, that is equal to 5 meter. Okay. So R1 is 0.1 meter, R2 is 5 meter. Okay. Then height already given, the deep is already given as 2 meter. Okay. Understood or not? Okay. So this is the question. So now how will you write? You see the water flows through the pipe and gets emptied in the tank. Therefore the volume of the water in the pipe is equal to the volume of the water in the tank. Okay. So you can write like this: volume of water in pipe is equal to volume of water in tank. Okay, in tank. You see both are cylinder. So cylinder's formula is pi r square h. So pi r1 square h1 is equal to pi r2 square h2. So r1 h1 is pipes, r2 h2 is tanks. Okay, r1 is the radius of the pipe, h1 is the height of the pipe. Then r2 is the radius of the cylindrical tank and h2 is the radius of the cylindrical tank, height of the cylindrical tank. But here you see r1 is given, r2 is given, h2 is also given, but h1 is not given. We need to find the h1. Okay, if you want to find the time, we need to find the h1. How will you find? Okay, that is the main concept behind this sum. Okay, I will tell you how to find. See students, take this as equation 1. We need to find this h1. Listen very carefully. h1 is equal to what? h1 is the height of the cylinder. You see, that is height of the pipe. Okay. So how will you find the height of the pipe? See, in the pipe, how much height or how much distance the water flows, that is the height of the pipe. Because we see volume of the pipe is nothing but the volume of the water flowing inside the pipe. Okay, therefore height of the pipe is nothing but the height of, or in other words, the distance of the water flow. But in the question only one thing is given, speed is given. Speed of water is 3 kilometers per hour. So here we are dealing everything in meter. Therefore 3 kilometers is equal to 1 kilometer is how much? Dividend how much? 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. So 3 kilometer is 3 into 1000, 3000 meter per hour. Yes or no? Okay. So only speed is given. We need to find the distance for height. At the same time, in the question, what you have to find? You have to find the time. So speed, distance, time. Do you remember the formula? You know the formula. Distance is equal to speed into time. Okay. So here this h1 is nothing but is equal to distance. That is, height of the pipe is nothing but the distance traveled by the water. So distance equal to speed into time. So that is equal to speed is 3000 meter per hour. Per hour means 1 hour. Okay. Then time is not given. Time only we need to find. In the question we need to find the time. Therefore keep the time as time only. Or you can simply take it as t. Or you can keep it as time. No problem. Okay. So now therefore h1 is equal to 3000 meter into time divided by 1 hour. Okay. So now what we will do? We will apply this value in this equation. Okay. So what is equation 1? Equation 1 gives pi r1 square h1 is equal to pi r2 square h2. Pi you can cancel. Pi cancel. Then r1, what is the value of r1? r1 is 0.1. So 0.1 the whole square into h1. This is in meters, so I am not writing. Okay. So meter no need to write. So 3000 meter not necessary. If you write also okay. So into time divided by 1. Okay. This is 1 hour only. Okay. We are not writing the unit, so no problem. So simply write the right one. We will write the unit finally. Don't worry. Okay. Then that is equal to R2. What is the R2 value? R2 is 5 meter. We are not writing the unit, so write only the 5. 5 square into H2. What is H2? H2 is 2 meter. So 2. Okay. So now listen. Therefore 0.1 square. 0.1 square means 0.1 into 0.1 into. So divided by 1, no need to write. So into 3000 into time is equal to 5 square. 5 square is 5 into 5 into 2. Okay. So that's all. If we solve this, we will get the time. So very easy. Okay. So regarding this exercise 13.3, all the questions are easy. Only you have to understand. Only you have to understand. You have to make the relation. Okay. So once you make the relation correctly, almost the sum is correct. Okay. So whenever this sum comes, so whatever shape, cylinder, cone. Okay. First write the formula. Volume of cylinder. Cylinder means volume of cylinder. Cone. Okay. Then write the relation. Then apply the values. Write the given data, everything. You can easily get some marks. Okay. Now, therefore, 0.1 into 0.1 is nothing but 0.01. Okay, 0.01 into 3000 into time is equal to 5 into 5, 25. 25 into 2. Okay, so if you multiply 0.01 into 30, here 2 digit to the left. Okay, so here also 2 digit to the left means you will get simply 30. Because 3000 into 0.01 is 30 only. Okay, so 30 into time is equal to 25 into 2 is 50. So we want time only. Very easy. Therefore, time is equal to 50 by 30. That is equal to cancel 5 by 3. Time. Now we write the unit. What was the unit for time? R, isn't it? So 5 by 3 R. 5 by 3 R. Okay. so that is the answer. 5 by 3 or otherwise 1.66 r. This is not nice, isn't it? 5 by 3 r, what is that? So better we will convert into minutes. Okay, so that is equal to 5 by 3. If you want to convert r into minute, 1 hour is 60 minutes. So into 60 minutes. Now you cut. So 1 3 is 3, 2 3s are 6, 20. Therefore 5 into 20 minutes. That is equal to, so time required for filling the tank is equal to 5 20s are 100 minutes. That is the answer. So answer is 5 by 3 or otherwise 100 minutes. Clear? Okay. So here both the shapes are cylinder. Pipe is also a cylinder. Tank is also a cylinder. So we make the formula, but we in the given data H1 is not given. Therefore, how we have to find H1? H1 is nothing but the distance traveled by the water is the height of the pipe. Okay. So distance equal to speed into time, because speed is given. Understood or not? Speed is given and time is asked. So we use this formula and we got the H1 and we applied, and finally we got the answer 5 by 3 r and we converted it into minute. The answer is 100 minutes. Very easy sum, but very important. So all the 3 sums, especially the 6th sum and 9th sum, are very important. So we have completed exercise 13.3. 2 sums are remaining. 5th sum and 8th sum, that will be our homework. 8th sum is almost like this 9th sum. So your homework, note down your homework. Exercise 13.3, 5th sum and 8th sum. So please complete it. After that we will go to the frustum. Another one class. With that our surface areas and volume will be over. Okay. So please cooperate with me. Do your homework. See the video fully and do your homework sincerely. Okay. So thank you students. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.